Hello and welcome to Access Asia. I'm Yuka Royer and here's what's coming up in this show. We're under constant stress and there's nothing much we can do. 2 months since the Iran war started, around 20,000 seafarers are stuck in the Persian Gulf. China is ploughing ahead to becoming the world's largest nuclear powerhouse in the energy sector. We'll look at the country's silent atomic revolution. And meet 1VERSE, the K-pop boy band, are the first in the industry to count North Korean defectors among members. They sat down to chat with us in Paris during their world tour. In the early days of the war in Iran, some seafarers lost their lives in attacks on commercial ships in the Persian Gulf. Since a US-Iran ceasefire took effect, they have largely been safe, but are stuck. Around 20,000 sailors remain aboard vessels anchored in the Gulf. Some have started speaking out. Charlotte Lam has more.
Hey guys, balik lagi. Sekarang kita sudah mau tiba di...
4 weeks now, Indonesian seafarer Reza Mohammed Saleh has been stuck at sea, trapped on what's become one of the world's most dangerous waterways. Stranded off Oman on board a Greek-owned cargo ship after a drone exploded just days after his crew arrived on March 3rd.
Jadi kita passing dan
There are a lot of Iranian patrol ships, so we're always being monitored. The situation is still so tense, and no one dares to pass.
Reza is not alone. Around 20,000 seafarers across hundreds of vessels are stranded in the Gulf, unable to cross the Strait of Hormuz. 2 months into the US-Israeli war with Iran, the critical shipping lane remains effectively shut.
My crew is, under constant stress ever since the war started, since we are stranded inside this conflict zone. And as you can see on the screen also, there are hundreds of ships around us.
Shipping data shows the chokehold tightening. In the past week, all verified crossings have moved in one direction, with next to no return traffic. On board, life is narrowing, movement is limited, and food and water are being rationed.
We have to restrict ourselves strictly on ship. We cannot get down from the ship. Nobody can board the vessel, and we have to maintain the security watches round the clock.
Passage restricted, but not impossible. Some ships are still getting through the strait. This Indian oil tanker docked in Mumbai Thursday.
China has been better insulated from the oil crisis caused by the Iran war, thanks to its reliance on coal power, as well as its rapid transition to renewable energy. Now the country is also speeding up the development of nuclear power. Eliza Herbert and our colleagues at France Télévisions take a look at China's silent nuclear revolution.
With unmatched industrial momentum, China is building nuclear power plants fast. Thousands of workers are pouring tons of concrete across scores of sites like this to complete each full-scale facility in under 5 years, at a speed twice or 3 times that of France. In 2000, the country had only 3 reactors at 2 sites. That number is now 20-fold.
We have 60 operational reactors and 36 under construction. Today, we have the capacity to manufacture 50 simultaneously.
China's nuclear power units under construction now account for more than half of the global total. And the country is on the verge of replacing the United States, world-topping 94 reactors. At the heart of the growth is this new generation model, the Hualong 1, which means the country's dragon, and it is 100% Chinese.
We commission 6 to 8 of them every year.
It is small and less efficient than its competitors, such as the European pressurised reactor known as EPR, powering electricity for over 1 million people compared to up to 2.6. It is shorter at 60 metres, not 80, but the standout difference is the cost, coming in at €5 billion as opposed to 8 to 12. While the EPR, which was developed by France and Germany, helped inspire the Hualong 1, this specialist believes the student has become the master.
Today, I acknowledge that France, through EDF and Framatome, and through training programs in Reims, has made a significant contribution to the development of nuclear power in China.
Beijing now hopes to sell its power plants abroad. To date, only Pakistan has bought them.
Now, they're called 1VERSE and their fans are called stars. From North Korea to Japan to the United States, members of the K-pop band come from diverse backgrounds. They were in Paris recently as part of their world tour. We went to meet them backstage.
Bonjour, nous sommes 1VERSE. We're lost, so lost. 영원한 우주 속 너를 찾아줄 희미한 starlight 빛이 나, 빛나. And I know 수많은 노래들 속.
So you are a diverse lot, you're an international lot. How challenging has it been for you to work as a group with such diverse backgrounds?
Oh, I mean, at first there was the obvious language barrier that we all had to get past. And right now we're still, I would say we've figured out a way to communicate like our own language. It's like Konglish plus like body language. So we kind of just also know how we all think now.
We actually discovered many new ways to kind of communicate and diversify the way that we communicate our feelings and our identity. And we do that through music. Yeah, everyone in our group has a role in the music making process that every single comeback, we are excited to put our 2 cents into it.
So speaking of different backgrounds, Seok, you escaped North Korea as a teenager and came to the South. What was life growing up in North Korea and what kind of music did you listen?
In the North, I would listen to these artists who would write their own songs and sing them while playing the guitar, like songs about friends and family. And I used to very much enjoy listening to these songs. They didn't necessarily have the word love in the lyrics, but they were songs that reminisced about missing loved ones. So I sang a lot of those songs. A lot of them were of the country genre. I did manage to listen to some K-pop, though we weren't allowed to.
After arriving in South Korea, how difficult was it for you to adapt to new life and what made you go into K-pop?
First, I noticed how the Korean we use in the South is slightly different. Then I found the use of foreign language quite difficult, and the cultural differences are huge here, so that was a bit shocking for me. The reason I got into K-pop was because music was something that would give me a lot of peace, so I always loved singing. And when I first realized I wanted to sing as a career, I was able to be introduced to our CEO, and that's how I got to audition.
Nobody ever came here, emotional damage. Somebody planned it, forgetting the sound of my name. Where do I go? I'm stumbling, bumbling, making my move. I'll start again, finding it, help me.
So you all 4 of you came from outside South Korea. How challenging, how tough is the cutthroat world of K-pop for you? Maybe Aito?
苦労するのが好きみたいで。だから自分にその K-pop っていう
I think I like it better when it's tougher.
やっぱり疲れてる中でやっぱりみんなが
So I think the world of K-pop actually suits me. It's exhausting, but because we're helping each other and give encouraging words to one another even when we are tired, I think I can keep up my determination and keep going.
続けられているんじゃないかなと思うんですよでも。
With so many groups in K-pop, what do you think makes 1VERSE stand out among others?
I don't think our objective is to like try to be different than other groups. We kind of just want to do our own thing, and I think that also shows on our TikToks and social media as well.
I just had to let you know you're
From what our stars have said, it's like, oh, like, you know, like I can really relate to these guys and stuff like that. I think the relatability and the realness is what I guess separates us.
And what is the biggest challenge you're facing right now as a group?
How to sleep a lot when traveling. It's quite rigorous when touring. We have to learn how to sleep like really good anywhere. Yeah, whether that is like a new bed or sleeping in the car. Yeah. Yeah.
That happens too?
Yeah, sleeping vertical is like very, very common for us. Yeah, yeah. Not standing, like on a chair sleeping, like that.
Boom, 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 and all the lights out, breaking down, keep going on, 'cause we can never go back, 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 back. We can never go back, 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 back. Feeling lost, I'm turning off now, everything's falling apart. Back, back, back. We can never go back, back, back.
As you know, we've launched a social media campaign and we asked our viewers what kind of questions they would like to ask you. So I'm going to read out some of them. What were your first thoughts when you first met each other? Was there a chemistry?
일단 저는
When Kenny arrived, I thought, this is what an American looks like.
뭐 일본 사람
And when
이렇게 생겼나?
Aito arrived, I thought that's what a Japanese person looks like. That was about it. I just wondered what fun things we'll get to experience together and how we'll get along.
If you could dye your hair any color, even if it's a color that no one has ever heard of, what would it be?
自分の中でそのやりたい髪色が2つあるんです。
I have two colors I want to try out. One is a kind of pale pink.
の髪色にしたくて、あともう一つはその
The other is a shade of white. How can I describe it?
白い金
A
髪
whitish
みたい
blonde.
な色に染めてみたいですね。
Kenny, who would most likely survive a zombie apocalypse among you?
I think it would be Seok, mainly because he's really scared of anything that has to do with horror in real life. The idea of a child in a bedsheet dressed as like pretending to be a ghost scares him. So he would probably run the fastest out of all of us. Yeah, while the other of us would probably be like, oh, that's cute, and then we get attacked. Yeah.
What are your dreams? What is your biggest dream going forward?
일단 저는 좀 저는 음악을
I first started music because it has given me a lot of comfort. And I hope the music we make will comfort those who are listening and move them as well.
팬분들이 저희 그룹을 보고 많은 위로와 또 이런 감동을 받았으면 좋겠습니다.
Well, Universe, thank you so much. And that's it from Access Asia for this week.
I'm running away.